The first time we met, we were in junior high school. I walked past the lockers and he was standing around with a group of friends, and that's when I first initially kind of liked him. And then at the end of my 8th grade year, my family moved out to Greenville on Pekin Road, which was 3 houses down from where his family lived. And I lived there for less than a year, and then we started dating.
I think it was on the bus, and she would, I think we made eye contact a few times, and she was shy when we did. She would always shrug her shoulders and bend down under the school bus seat, and that's kind of how I probably met her and was introduced to her. Oh, the bonfire. That would be the first time we really met, I guess. That night I had a campfire with my few buddies, and I called her and she snuck out of her house to come meet us. So future kids, it's probably a bad idea. But yep, she snuck down there, and there's a long gravel road, and we walked up and down that, holding hands, and was all nervous. And then that night ended with a kiss at the end of her driveway. I think we both kissed each other. I think I asked for a kiss, actually. I think. I hope I didn't get that wrong. That'd be bad. But yeah, ended with a kiss. And that was our first kiss.
Our first date.
Who asked who out?
Well, I liked him. He wasn't really into maybe the girl thing quite yet. He was still wanting to be with his friends. And one night he had a bonfire with his friends, which is 2 of them, and then they came and walked to my house and picked me up in the middle of the night. I snuck out of my house. I walked down the road, and while his friends were having the bonfire, me and him just kind of walked up and down the driveway and talked all night. And it was really funny. It was on Derby Day. And as he dropped me off at night, he was like, "Are you going to kiss me goodnight?" And I was like, do I? It was really awkward. But then after that, it kind of all started from there, and that's when we started dating after that night.
I think it was at Tumbleweed, 4th of July, because we had flags. We had little American flags we kept as souvenirs. I think we still have those. I don't remember a lot of the first date, and I don't think she did either if you ask her that question. If she did, I think she made it up, I hope. I think we got in trouble a lot for PDA, public display of affection in the hallways. We weren't doing anything too serious. I think we were just holding hands and kissing. Lots of times we took lunch in Miss Mary Sebastian's classroom, and we'd eat lunch there every day together. Through high school, we were always sneaking over to each other's houses, it seemed like. Any excuse we could get to go see each other, I think we took advantage of it. Only lived 3 houses away from each other, so pretty convenient.
I don't know when I really initially knew he was the one. I've always kind of liked him, and I don't know. It was in high school. I knew that he was the one who I wanted to marry. And
after we moved out, I just saw so much of her that I wanted for the future. Everything about her. I wasn't for sure how everything was going to go when we moved out, because I knew it would be different. I knew we were close growing up at each other's houses, but becoming a team, we never have. Our issues are so small. When we moved out, we were just we both pitch in and do everything. And she's a very hard worker. She was the first one in her family to graduate college. And just seeing how strong she was probably the biggest thing. And her love for me is more than I could ask for. It's without question. You can see it every time she looks at me.
Things I love about him is he always keeps me on my toes. He is a very intelligent person. He always makes me think outside the box, and it kind of challenges me. I love how he's outdoorsy. We're really active together. Our proposal was really great. I always wanted to go watch the Nutcracker with my mom, and he surprised me with 2 tickets to go watch the Nutcracker. He was off that day of work, so we were kind of, I knew he was antsy. I didn't know what he was up to. So he had some of his friends come over, and they did some stuff to the car to keep him busy. And he kept saying, "When you leaving? When you leaving?" Because he thought I was going to go shopping and out to eat. And then we watched the Nutcracker, and he told me, "Make sure you come through the front door, don't go through the garage." And I was like, okay, whatever. And when I got home, he wrote, "Will you marry me?" in Christmas lights on the roof of the house. And it was right around Christmas, and it's my favorite time of the year, so it was perfect. And then I walked through the front door, and my mom was there. She got to witness all of it. So it was amazing.
I'd kind of made up my mind, that I wanted to do it, but I just didn't know how. I wanted it to be really special, and that was part of the problem I had, is why it took a while, because I just didn't know what I wanted to do. And so I bought her and her mother Nutcracker tickets, and while they were gone, I had my brother come over and we decorated the roof, and I wrote, "Will you marry me?" on the roof. And when they come home, I was behind the door on my knee and asked her to marry me with her mom behind her watching. It was funny. And she said yes. And that was a lot of fun. That's a great memory. That's a priceless memory.
I hope that I can be everything you hope to be.
No, we gotta stop. We can't be crying.
I want you to know that I will always have your back and always support you. I hope you know how much I love you and how much you mean to me. I couldn't do a lot of things without you. Every time we go out together, we hang out. We're always together. When we go to the farm. Just when we go anywhere, I couldn't imagine being without you. What kind of husband I want to be, I got sidetracked. I just want to be the most loving husband I can be. Hope we stay as happy as we are now when we grow old to each other, with each other. Hope I make a good dad for your kids. I don't know what else to say. I just hope you'll know how much I love you and how much I care about you.
To my future kids, I hope that you can find somebody that you love as much as I do. I can't do it.
The most important thing that our future kids, that you all should look for in a future spouse, is someone who will work with you, someone who will listen and understand you the way your mom does. That's the most important thing, is you have to listen, and you have to be willing to give and take, and you have to be willing to work things out no matter how hard it is. That's pretty much it. You have to be able to work together and see each other's point of views and understand each other.